Hello, YouTube. It's Lady Vet to recap Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 5. Episodes 5 are generally a pivotal point in the season. So let's get straight to Ronnie, because he has taken the show up a notch or two. Ronnie is taking Pop seriously when she told him to come up on his own and not wait for Unique. Well, Ronnie is foul on his come up. Ronnie liked a car at gunpoint, took the keys, and drove away. He actually let the real owner live. Kanan reached out to Famous to go over the work. Yes, Kanan started working from home. Let's see how long this will last. Kanan stressed that missed calls are missed money. But as Kanan was being about his money, his mother walked in, asking what was Famous messing up and what were the maps for that Kanan had. Kanan's answers were short, nothing. Rock said that they don't look like nothing and that Kanan is in her house. Now this could be good for him or good for them, depending on how he wanted to play it out. Kanan continued to give Rock the silent treatment or short answers. Ronnie needed to show off his car. It's 0 dark 30. Ronnie has no friends and no one to show his newly acquired car to, except Brother Unique. So Ronnie rings the doorbell continuously until Unique opens the door. Ronnie's idea of showing off his new car is Unique's idea of jacking the real owner's ride. Unique looked amazed. He said, "This man came home behind some kind of miracle? And he's out here jacking fools for rides?" Unique was disappointed, and he told Ronnie that he's got him. Ronnie told Unique that he'll believe it when he see it. He does not want to keep posting up at Unique and Pernessa's place, and that he was flipping the car at Early Tyler's. Neek, 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 you're looking at Ronnie the way we have been looking at Ronnie for a while now. You know that Ronnie's been wilding out for a little minute. So what's going to stop Ronnie? Are you going back to sleep? Are you going to pretend that Ronnie isn't cray, cray, cray? Come on, Nick. How many people must die before the brakes are put on your brother? It is very clear that Ronnie should not be left alone with just his thoughts. Marvin and Gerald got together for breakfast and small talk just to check on each other because they had agreed to have their own group session. Since Gerald is an editor, Marvin told him to prepare his pen to write about Jukebox and how her star is rising. Gerald thought that Jukebox story may be a good idea, but Marvin didn't like his presentation of coming from the wrong side of the tracks. But Gerald cleared it up by adding that Southside Jamaica can be rough, and his example was the stabbing death of a suspected drug dealer with a deaf grandmother in the other room. Marvin asked if Gerald had a name, and yes, it was Dean Tippett. Suddenly, Marvin left Gerald with the news of Dean hitting too close to home. Raquel found a store in her Southside Plaza vandalized. She saw broken glass everywhere, and she saw the welcoming community cops appear to remind her that they could probably come around more often and keep an eye out on things to make sure her windows stay in place. They also reminded Rock that her broken windows were a code violation. Rock did not fall for the shakedown. She told them that she had insurance and that she was good. They wanted Rock to let them know if she changed her mind and reminded her that vandals like to come back for more. Lulu went to Cafe Vu asking about Shirley playing the same songs over and over. At first sight, Shirley prepared to pour Lou a drink. Lou chose salsa. Shirley explained that she had no choice because most of her records were stolen or scratched. Lou offered to get some music from his mom's house, fix up the place a bit, and roll up on his Radio Connect and get some free promotion. It's been a while since Lulu turned down a drink, but he did. Shirley asked Lou if he was okay, and his response was that he is maintaining. Lulu looked at the alcohol. He sustained and told Shirley that he would catch up with her later. Famous did not have his head on a swivel. The police busted Famous and confiscated Kanan's money. Famous had no plan for stashing the money or a decent getaway plan. But in Famous's own words, he was not built for the game. After hearing the news about Dean's death, Marvin went to the Southside Plaza to let Rock know. He found an annoyed Rock sweeping broken glass from the previous vandalism. She asked Marvin what was the word on the streets, only to find that the streets were not saying much yet. But Marvin shared that he was getting a little something something from Dean to do work in Manhattan, and with Dean gone, it would affect his pockets. Rock made sure that Marvin understood that she didn't have anything for him because she is out of the game. Marvin told her that he was straight, he took care of himself, and that he invested in Lulu's club aspirations. Rock told Marvin that there's no such thing as fronting Lou, that once you give him something, it is gone for good. Marvin told Rock that she should come through for the open mic session to show support. Kanan came to Famous's place and found the crew outside, but no Famous. When Kanan asked about Famous, the crew told him that Famous was picked up by the police, he and Kanan's money. They also told Kanan that Javon is out. He doesn't want to do this work with them anymore because of all the heat from the police. Kanan did not take the news well. In my opinion, Kanan is really moving us into the grown man Kanan. Unique and Ronnie visited the Chinese restaurant. Unique explained the process to Ronnie. Ronnie did not see the value in the operation. Unique offered the business to Ronnie for him to run. Ronnie objected. Unique explained that Ronnie asked for work and now he is offering some work. Ronnie told Unique that this was not work and freak him. Richard and Sonny in the meantime were skeptical about Unique and Ronnie. Unique changed the subject to ask about Dean, but Ronnie wanted to know what Dean got to do with his broke business, and he always focused on the wrong thing. Ronnie continued that Rock took all they had and left Unique with the BS Chinese spot. Then Ronnie told Unique that he smiles because he had his head stuck between Rock's legs and she has turned him out. Unique stepped to Ronnie with, because of having love for his brother, he won't check him like others who he would check. Ronnie told Unique that no one checks him. Unique said one last time, Rock is out the game and the lane is wide open. Then Ronnie accused Unique of having another way of money coming in, and Unique told Ronnie there was no other way. This is it. It took a long time, but now Unique is just fed up with Ronnie. Jukebox's new girl group is underway, and they are spending lots of time in rehearsal. Aisha was called out for her spacing and other errors that she blamed on being dizzy, but that she would get it together. Aisha was warned about being replaced. Famous was taken to the precinct where he was questioned over and over about the murder of Freddie, but he held up under pressure. They showed Famous an incident report placing him in the area days before the murder. Famous continued denying any affiliation with Freddie until he was released. The county social worker made an unannounced visit to Rock's home, but there was no Kanan, and he had missed the appointed curfew. Miss Walsh asked about Kanan and when would he be home. Rock had no answers because she and Kanan aren't talking. I suppose that Rock would have considered all possibilities when she framed her son. Now what, Rock? Because Miss Walsh did not leave right away, she told Rock that she would wait for Kanan. Kanan was not home because he had a street business to run. He had to meet with his crew, get them their product. After all, Kanan's day one was at the precinct under lock and key. Kanan needed to remind his crew about being smarter than getting caught by the police, and so he did. Then there was an obstacle in his way named Ronnie. Ronnie asked Kanan if he is Rock's boy, but Kanan identified himself as Kanan. Ronnie wanted to know who put him on. Kanan said that he doesn't have time for the BS. So Ronnie paused Kanan and asked him if he worked for Neek. Kanan's response was that he worked for himself. Then Ronnie said, "Ain't no little man like you moving heroin on your own. So who guaranteed your package?" Kanan stared Ronnie in the face and asked him, "Who said anything about heroin?" Ronnie realized that he was wrong, and so did Kanan, as he walked by Ronnie and went inside. Ronnie checked his collar because he knew that he had to go back to the drawing board. Lulu made it to his mom's garage where he was going through the music when his mom Joyce came in and told him to leave everything like he found it. Then she asked Lou, what is it that he's looking for? Lulu told her that he has a new spot in Manhattan, a little music cafe, and he needs records to play. Joyce said that music ain't never done nothing for your father, and I don't know how you think it would be different for you. She told Lulu that someone's got to start thinking about her, that none of her kids are breaking her off. And Lou, you are hell-bent on going broke. Well, who's going to take care of your mother? Chasing pipe dreams to the grave, just like your father. Finally, Lulu spoke and said that music didn't kill his father, and walked away, then paused and threw some cash on a stool for his mom and continued on his way without looking back. With Kanan leaving Rock to fend for herself, attempting to explain that Kanan is never this late and that she knows how boys are, he just wanted to hang out with boys from the old neighborhood. Miss Walsh reminded Rock that Kanan brought a firearm to school and that hanging out with boys from the old neighborhood is not a good idea. They probably encouraged his poor decision making in the first place. Miss Walsh told Rock that Kanan needs to make new friends closer to home in the nice neighborhood with the good schools. Miss Walsh looked at her watch and got up to leave when Rock apologized to her. Miss Walsh told Rock that they have the same job to do, keeping Kanan safe and on the right path. She would let this slide one time, but warned that if Kanan isn't home for future visits, he will be removed from her care. Good luck with that, Rock. Crystal was complaining that Aisha is bringing the group down. Aisha is catching it from the boss when Jukebox approached her to throw out a lifeline. Jukebox asked Aisha how she's feeling. Aisha is just trying to figure things out when Jukebox told her that she will help her out if she wanted it. Aisha thanked her and accepted the help. Now Howard has 99 problems and he is busy trying to stay in front of them all. So he met with Detective Ogden fishing for information. Howard was told that the feds are looking for a reason why after he thought that everything was laid at the feet of Crown Camacho. But Rock had bought Crown out when the Italians hit the studio. They can't put Crown at Baisley or the 40s in any way. No one's talking or saw anything, just to see if the story changes. Howard said that he will ask around to see if someone will talk. Ronnie pulled up on Juliana and asked her if she had more to say to him at the first meeting. Juliana told Ronnie that she had nothing to say to him or his brother. Ronnie told Juliana once again that he ain't unique. Juliana told Ronnie that as long as Unique is his brother, she has nothing to say to neither one of them. Ronnie said that Unique is always going to be his brother. Juliana used an analogy of her husband always being her husband until one day he was no longer her husband and insinuated that could be the case of Unique, but it would be Ronnie's choice. And Ronnie made it clear to Juliana again that Unique is his brother and that he is not going anywhere and that is not changing. Kanan had taken over Famous's phone duties when Famous came home. Kanan asked Famous if he was released from jail just like that. Famous said that they were just messing with him, trying to see if he would talk. Kanan asked about the money, but the money is gone forever. That wasn't what Kanan wanted to hear. He told Famous that he can't trust him with the business. Famous was excited and asked why was Kanan pressed to get Javon out of jail, but not his brother. Kanan told Famous that he's there, so he's good. So Famous went into confessions about Freddie and told Kanan that's why the cops wanted to talk to him. Kanan asked if he talked. Famous said no, and Kanan told him that he must shut up about that and take it to the grave with him. Lulu visited Mo Crazed to get the word on the air about the upcoming open mic event. Mo Crazed was more than happy to do whatever Lulu wanted, as he thought back about having to suck on the end of Lulu's strap not so long ago. Lulu thought that Mo Crazed would get the job done, so he left him to it. Bad news about a boss dying is the family has to deal with the fallout. Good news about a boss dying is that the family receives condolences by the stack. Just as Rock paid her condolence to Dean's grandmother, she looked up and her eyes met Unique's eyes. Briefly, they met outside to talk, and that's where Unique told Rock that Ronnie was bold enough to hit Dean and that he was a bull at the china shop. Rock told Unique that someone will have to pay for the stuff that Ronnie's breaking. Speaking of Ronnie, he's staring into the fish tank when Pernessa enters the room. He asked about Neek, and Pernessa asked him what is he doing there. Ronnie answered his own question. Oh, well, Neek is probably out doing rock. As Pernessa inquired more, Ronnie slowly left the room in silence, leaving her to continuously ask the same question. What did he say? Kanan came home to cereal other than Honey Nut Cheerios when Rock asked him about his way home the night before. Complete silence. Rock told Kanan that the social worker came by. He missed her because he wasn't there. Complete silence. Rock told Kanan she will be back, and unless he wanted to go to a boys' home, he needed to be home. Complete silence. Rock told Kanan that ignoring her will not go well for him. She promised him among complete silence. Jukebox and Aisha took a break from practicing. Jukebox told Aisha to not let Crystal get in her head. They stretched while Aisha complimented Juke's voice. Jukebox remembered Nicole and how she loved Juke's voice, but that things didn't work out. They stopped talking and went back to work. Pernessa made a sandwich for Unique and confronted him about Rock. Unique asked her what was she talking about. As she questioned Unique, he got angry and asked her if she was unhappy with everything that he does for her and Jerome, with all that she decides to ask about other women. Pernessa told Nick that Ronnie told her and that Rock is not any other women. She is the one who shot at him with her son in the car, and she had him go to jail. Nick walked out asking himself, where is Ronnie? Pernessa threw her glass at Unique. Practice was over as Marvin waited to give Jukebox a ride home. Jukebox asked Aisha to come out to open mic, and she agreed. Aisha gave Jukebox a hug for holding her down. Marvin told Jukebox that she's got good taste, just like he does, and that Juke could tell him anything. But Juke told Marvin that it's not like that. She and Aisha are just friends. Howard was busy trying to get the feds out of his business, and so he talked Demo into answering questions. Except Demo went from answering questions to asking what Rock got to do with Baisley, and that raised the eyebrows of the agent. The agent asked Demo, does everyone call Raquel Rock? He shut down and told the agent that he's done answering questions. The agent paused to ask his partner to reopen Rock's file. Getting ready for open mic, Shirley tells Lulu about the past and how she appreciated him for helping her and reviving Cafe Vu and her. She ordered 2 Jim Beans, but once in Lulu's hand, he turned it down and told her that he was chilling. Shirley told Lou that she was proud of him. Lulu said that he was proud of himself. Rock was dressed to go to open mic when she was met by feds at her door. No warrant, but they suggested that she come to the station now to get some things out of the way concerning the shooting of her old home. Rock told them that she needed to call her attorney. The feds were fine with that, as they just thought a conversation should be had. While Rock is missing open mic, Lulu has a full house, and everyone are enjoying themselves, especially Kanan, who meets Aisha and moved on her after asking Jukebox. After all, he and Famous are still keeping their distance. And of course, Marvin wants a full house as a return on his investment. So while everyone is having a nice time, Unique is 38 mad, searching high and low for his brother Ronnie, the one-man terror squad. So far, no Ronnie. Back at Cafe Vu, the artists are doing their thing. Marvin congratulates Lulu and asks about Rock. Lulu was turned off by the mention of Rock and walked away after telling Marvin that he doesn't need Rock's support or anything else from her. Rock and her attorney met with the feds. Tanner wanted to know about the studio and record label. Rock told him that she was a solid partner who put in money to help her brother. Rock's attorney asked Tanner where was he going with this. Tanner wanted to understand what happened, but Rock said that business happened. She and her brother saw an opportunity and took it. Rock's attorney said that she should be on her way to continue her business unless they wanted to learn more about her business strategies. Famous participated in the open mic. He rocked it. He got the crowd involved. Lulu seemed to be proud of Famous. The audience loved him because Famous was feeling himself. So Unique pulled up to the tailor shop. Neek saw the lights on as it was raining. After the feds questioning, Rock waited in the hallway for her attorney. He told Rock that they thought they smelled something, but later realized it's their own stench. They realized it's nothing there, and her attorney said he feels confident that Rock will not have to worry about the FBI or task force again. As the episode wraps, finally Unique found Ronnie in the tailor shop, chilling and reading and having a drink. Unique blazed in, swiping the book away from Ronnie, yelling that Ronnie is messing with his life and messing with his world. He told Ronnie that he's running around like a puppy not broken yet. Ronnie told Unique that what he doesn't get is that he's the big dog. Unique said that taking out Dean and running his mouth to Pernessa is not big dog stuff. It's female dog stuff. Ronnie told Unique that he's soft. He's all right with losing everything that he left him, as long as he's looking pretty doing it. He told Unique, "You're a clown." They fought. Unique pushed Ronnie, then he took off his glasses to do some big dog stuff. But Unique dropped Ronnie and yelled that he's the big dog now, and Ronnie better not forget it. Unique left Ronnie on the floor and turned his back on him. Ronnie got up, followed Unique, grabbed a pipe, and beat him like a big dog and threw him out with the trash. Within the Power universe, you never really know if someone is dead or alive or even faking their death. So until the next time, guys, we'll find out together if Unique is dead. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, and comment. And please have a happy new year.